gosh, my back hurts. Okay. Me and the bae. Hello. I'm coming at you live from my floor. Why? Because nothing matters and nobody cares, and I am over my backdrop. I use it occasionally. I feel like it helps out, but I wasn't in the mood for it. And I was talking to my sister about it. She was like, just don't use it. Just film on your floor, like you always say that. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I did. Today, although it is snowing and I have to go to the grocery store in the first nor'easter of the year, I wanted to share with you guys how I cover up my breakouts with my makeup. It's not too different from my normal routine, but I do a couple extra steps. There are certain foundations that I only use whenever I have to cover up a breakout, so I included that all in this video. And if you're like me, oh, I just stopped myself. And mask me is real, and if it's playing you, I got you. Got you. Or if you have any other hyperpigmentation that you're kind of like, I can cover this up a little bit. It's a little too dark. It's a little too fresh. I'll show you how I cover that up as well. So yeah, let's just hop into the video. And let me know if you guys like me sitting on my floor. I don't really care to ask because it's like, I'm gonna just do what I want, but I feel like for a video like this, I should ask if you like it. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, I have a full charged battery. I'm chilling on the floor and I have no structure to how I'm filming right now, so I just had to start a new clip. The face is primed. We always prime the face. We love that. I like to use aloe. It's nice and tacky and we are going to layer a little bit. The first thing that I like to do is color correct a little bit. So you can either use a contour, like a cream contour palette like this, because I have those nice corally peachy shades. If you're lighter than me, you're probably going to want to use like a red. I'm sorry. You're probably going to want to use like a green to cancel out the red. But my pimples, like you can see, sounds so gross, but you can see right here, like it'll go from being a little bit more red to instantly just dark and discolored. So it's like a brand new dark spot. And I love using the 345 Pro Filter Concealer from Fenty. It's like the perfect, first off, it reminds me of turmeric, so your girl already loves it, but it really does help me to kind of like conceal that color without something super stark like the peachier shades. So go ahead. These two guys on my forehead. And baby girl, this one does have a little bit of texture to it, but I like it. And then whenever I use it, I do also just do the corners of my mouth. Gosh, can you guys see how my eyes are glittering right now? So pretty. You can use a sponge to blend it out, but I actually like to use a brush, and I just kind of like tap over it. I want it to not really, I want it to be blended out enough, but I'd rather it just kind of stay where it is and blend foundation out on top of it. I need it to cover what I just covered. And then I just take whatever's left and I kind of just bring it under my eyes because it kind of helps with my dark circles. I've been looking crazy as hell in my viewfinder, child. So now that I covered up the darkness, I'm going to share with you the 3 foundations I really like to use whenever I am breaking out. And they're mainly affordable. So the first one is the Maybelline Fit Me. I have the matte and poreless one, but I also have used the dewy and smooth. I think that's the original formula. I like them both. I feel like this just kind of blends out seamlessly and it gives really good coverage. So there's that one. I've also really loved using the Smith & Co. Veiled Threat Weightless Micro Blurring Foundation. The title's kind of long. I do have a video reviewing this, but when I tell you, this just kind of like makes my skin look so pretty. It gives me just the right amount of coverage. I like using that. But the one that I'm going to use today, this is the Loreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. It says it's up to 24-hour breathable texture. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. This makes my skin look so nice, so healthy, so fresh. I'm obsessed. I keep looking at the viewfinder. I'm not used to filming over here. Anyway, I'm going to just put this one all over. And I do like to blend it out with a sponge, especially because I spot concealed. I don't want to move that concealer. Again, I want to blend out my foundation over top of that. I see myself on the viewfinder. I see myself in the mirror. I see myself there. And it's a lot. Oh, I didn't even tell you the shade. I have the shade 488. Okay, so now that the foundation is on, I'm looking down. My mirror is below and I'm always checking to see if I need extra coverage anywhere. And to be honest, I feel pretty good. I feel like you obviously see the bump, but like this pimple way better above my mouth. Actually, that one can use some more coverage, so I'm just going to take a little bit more foundation and blend it out. And my discoloration, to be honest with you, like old dark spots, I stopped caring about them as much, but I am showing you guys how I do it. So I just like to do first a full layer of foundation, and then just wherever I feel like I need extra coverage, I'll touch up there. You love to see it. The reason why I like this foundation so much is because it gives you really good coverage, but it also just makes my skin always look so pretty and healthy. I was at my sister's house the other day and she was laughing at me because I kept looking at myself because I look. Anywho, I'm going to go in with this cream palette, and now I'm just going to conceal under my eyes as normal, so I'll speed that up for you after I sip my smoothing. So I like to highlight under above my lips sometimes, but I really don't want to move that foundation, so I'm just going to take whatever I have left from under my eyes and blend that out later. I don't know why I want so much coverage today, but I sure do. I look good. And then right above my lip, I'm just gonna pat over it. I mean, with the sponge, you want to bounce it over anyway, but the goal of this is to make sure whatever layers you do, you're not moving them and brushing them out until you set it with like a powder or something. I really like how my eyes came out. I wanted to do a really fun eye look, but I have to go to the grocery store and there's a snowstorm in New York, so it seemed a little stupid to do the most to wear a mask in a blizzard, you know? I had to wipe off green eyeshadow before this. So now I'm just gonna set under my eyes. So now we have our concealer, we have our foundation on. When it comes to setting the rest of my face, I really like to use the Black Radiance Banana True Complexion Loose Setting Powder. But I'm going to bounce this in with my sponge as well. Again, we're really just trying to cement in whatever layers that we do. We don't want to move anything around. So even if you're like, you prefer to use this brush, if you have breakouts and you're trying to cover them, try to like push in your powder with the sponge. Okay, and now that our face is set, I'm just gonna finish up the rest of it, like bronzer and everything, because now I don't have to worry about my layers moving around. They're good. So I'm gonna bake under my jaw and some bronze and blush and all of that. I'm choking myself. I had a sponge in here? I thought I was losing my sponges. It's just been sitting on top of my other brushes. Icky. Now before I set my face, I feel like I should tell you if I ever have a pimple that's like really protruding, like the one that was here before, it was elevated so bad and I felt so insecure about it because it's like by my mouth and I just, no thank you. So I actually just make it into a beauty mark. But I feel like I covered things up pretty well, especially this one down here because it was so red. So now all I have to do is set my face. I'm going to use my Make It Last setting spray from Milani. Let me do my lips. a while ago, I was just going to speed this up, but I just want to tell you really quickly. I forget what video it was on, but somebody had commented and asked me what gloss I was using because they liked that it was like a pretty pink shade and they struggle finding it. I found a new one, so I'm going to mention it right now in case you're watching and you still want one. This one is by Essence. I mentioned to you that there was a shade called 05, So Into It. I don't think they make that one no more, but now they have a new one. It's called 07 Happiness in a Bottle, and it's pretty similar, so I'm going to use that to blend this lip out, child. I look so lamb to be in a hoodie, but I look pretty. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit so you can kind of see my face up close. Period. This guy, I have yet to figure out how to hide elevation with makeup. I don't think you can do that. I'm sure some people figured it out. Let me know, but I'm always going to be focused on the color. Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good to me. Even my hyperpigmentation that I normally am indifferent to, still covered. We love that. So that is the routine that I follow whenever I have breakouts that I really want to cover. I feel like I look really snatched right now. But yeah, that's the routine I follow. It's not that different from my normal routine. I try not to, I feel like whenever you do a little too much when you're breaking out, one, it makes the breakout worse. And also, sometimes it's like you almost emphasize it, so I kind of follow like a less is more approach and I just do the best I can and it works out. So I hope that helped you. I hope you're not breaking out because it's not fun. But if you are, I hope that this helped you and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.